Alright. Gonna run a league. Hopefully I'll have time for the whole thing. Let's see. This is list them on. Got 4 Burning Wishes, Rain of Filth, 3 Preordain, 2 Bauble, 4 Petal, 15 lands. I'm running 2 basic islands and the Trop in the main. So for fetches, I only have 7, 4 Delta, 3 Misty. I really wish the Misty were Tarns, but I don't have Tarns on MTGO. Sideboard is pretty normal, I think. Got 3 Decays and a Xanted Swarm. It's my green splash. I have a Chain of Vapor and a Hurkyl's Recall to support the Decay for like removing shit. There are some matchups where I don't really want to be bringing in all 3 Decays. Like you bring in 3 Decays against Miracles for Counterbalance and Canonist or whatever they might have. But against like Chalice decks or Sphere Resistance decks, I want to swap one of those Decays out for Hurkyl's Recall. Because against like lands, for example, it can be hard to keep the green on the battlefield, or if they get multiple spheres down, you need to have that green and pay 4 mana to decay the first one, and then you need a second decay. Hurkyl's Recall just wipes them all. And then Chain of Vapor is good. Like I'll bring it in against Burn to bounce Eidolons. I'll bring it in against Turbo Depths to try and sneak it out against Merit Wage. It's good against D&T, which is another deck where it can be hard to keep the green up if you need to decay multiple things. So anyway, that's where I'm at. Let's get in here. How many fucking points tickets do I have? 315 play points and 53 tickets. Okay, I'll use play points. Let's see. It's been a little while since I've played a league. I've mostly been fucking around with the practice room and the 2-man queues just to keep messing with sideboard slots and stuff since I dropped the Shellrock Isle Emrakul package. Okay. Fire it up. I won the roll. And yes, I would like to play first. That hand's probably keepable. Yeah, I'll make that hand work. Let's see, R1. Alright, keep. I've never played against this person before. Oh, they multi-6, that's good. So since I have the Bauble, I'm a little more open to firing off the Probe just to see what I'm up against. My first instinct is to just crack the Delta for a basic island, but I'll want to get black at some point, so I'm just going to fire off the Probe. I can use my cantrips more aggressively because of the Bauble, is basically what it comes down to. Looks like they're on Dredge. That's a very, very, very gross hand. That's horrifying. The more I look at it, the worse it gets. All I drew is a Brainstorm. I don't have to worry about Wasteland at least. I think I want to lead off with the Bauble because it's the most confusing opener. And so when they blow me the fuck out, they might, if I get lucky, they might whiff on some Cabal Therapies. Yeah, this is that was like an insane opener. I really need a discard. I need a discard to try and take the Lotus Petal and make them not have anything. I mean, I guess I could still LED probe whole priority and crack the LED and get one dredge off the big man, but okay. Well, there go my hopes for Taxiing Probe. I don't know why I didn't think of that. Obviously, they're going to send one probe, so if they find a therapy, they'll hit things. Could have to get lucky to win this game, I think. Fortunately, by firing off the nope, never mind. Ignore me. Yeah. Whole priority, crack the LED for red, presumably. Yep. Therapy, Narcomoeba. Dredge once off the Grave Troll, and I'm just gonna scoop. Alright. How about that? Rain of Filth can go. Card's not gonna be any good to me. Can probably cut a Lotus Petal. Because I'm not really gonna go fast enough. Let's see. Bring in the extra therapy, I think. I'm gonna bring in the Xantid Swarm. This sounds maybe a little crazy, but it's something I've been wanting to try. You bring in the Xantid Swarm because you can sack it to Cabal Therapy to turn off their Bridge from Blows. So we'll run that back here. Man, that was fucking nutty hand. You know, this hand's not a whole lot better, to be honest, but I feel like I need to keep it. I'm just going to hope that their opener is not quite as insane. But they kept 7, so it's probably good. And after the first turn, this duress isn't going to do me any good, so probably. Great, another land, just what I needed. Let's see how fucking bonkers their first turn is. Great. So generally, I don't think the I have a more or less positive record in the Dredge matchup. Like, I don't have a ton of games against it, but I have a slightly positive record in it. The problem is that some of their opening hands are just beyond ridiculous. Now they're probably going to drop an LED. Oh, careful, steady. My God. I'm getting another turn, maybe? That seems so unlikely. Alright. Let me think here. I wish I had like a reanimate in the sideboard or something. They're at 14. I have 4. So I think I'm going to start off with a probe. The play here, to me, seems to be to start off with a probe, and then Burning Wish for Doomsday, and make a pass turn pile and hope that they don't kill me. And if they name Iona, hope that they don't put it on black. Then I might be able to win. So, start off with the probe. See what's going on up there. Not a crazy hand. I mean, not that it matters anymore. Their graveyard is their hand. Another Burning Wish. It's not any good to me. Alright. Taking my chances here, because I literally have no other options. So that's the super basic Gladman pile. They name Iona on blue. Obviously, it's dead. If they know anything about the deck, they can guess that I'm on a Ladman pile here and correctly name blue with Iona. But sometimes you get people. Sometimes it works. And it's really our only hope right now. This is what I get for not playing any kind of graveyard hate in my sideboard. Honestly, maybe this hand was a mulligan. Did I have the Lotus Petal in my opener? I'm gonna have to look at my opening hand again. No, I would have needed to have 3 mana on the field to be able to play the Act on Impulse. So I couldn't have just fired off like Burning Wish, Crack LED on the first turn, because I wouldn't have had enough mana to win. Alright, they're gonna go nuts here. I wonder if they're playing the a lot of dredge decks don't play Flamekin Zealot anymore. If they are, that could be a problem, because they could just kill me. Potentially. Fucking F6 here. Oh, I didn't even think of that. Making me discard 3 cards. Yep. I forgot Cephalid Coliseum can target. If I had put the Ladman as the last card down, I would be able to draw the Ladman right now, but they would probably just kill me anyway. So that was my mistake. I could have played around that a little bit anyway. I'll remember that next time, I guess. Wow. That was a fucking disaster. That's what I get for not having any real graveyard hate and for not reading the cards that my opponents play. Alright, just taking some notes here. Man, let's play another. Hopefully they don't all go like that. This league is pretty fresh. I forgot that it's just started. This Orem 67 guy here, who has the most trophies in this fresh league right now, also plays Dredge. It's a dumb deck. I won't say that takes no skill, because at least in paper, there's a lot to remember. There's a lot going on, but sometimes it definitely feels like, I don't know, like there's no other deck that can effectively draw 30 cards in a turn, really. So, not without going through some interesting convolutions. So I lost the roll this time. That's more like what I expect. This hand's probably keepable. It's not ideal, but I think I'll keep it. This hand should be fine if they're on something like Delver. Looks like they probably are. Pile or Delver. Grixis Delver. So I'm just going to lead off with a Swamp and Duress, I think. Mainly because I want to be able to snag a Ham or something if I need it. And I can Petal in Therapy. Okay, so they do have a Leovold. So I'm going to need to take that Leovold. Actually, am I? Maybe. Alright, so I haven't cracked a fetch. They haven't cracked a fetch. They don't have a fetch to crack. So if they don't draw a fetch land, then they can't play Leo next turn. So I'm going to take a gamble and try and Therapy the Leo next turn so I don't have to waste the Petal. Hopefully I won't get punished for this. Maybe it'd be better just waste the Petal. I do have 3 use the Petal. I have 3 lands. I mean, it worked out, I guess, but I have 3 lands and they might draw, like, force and a blue spell to go to protect the Leovold. So that's kind of what I'm worried about here. I can just Thoughtseize this. Thoughtseize Leo. Maybe I should... I'll Therapy it. Thoughtseize will be better later on if I need to get something out of their hand. So just lands. Just lands now. Attack. Probably play with land and then do nothing. Yep. So on the end step, I'll crack this Misty. Most pile decks don't play Wasteland. Sometimes they'll play like 1 or 2, but at the end of the day, like, it's not worth playing around Wasteland from them. So I prefer to aggressively fetch out my basics. Alright, I got a Burning Wish. I'll need to think about how I want to play this out. I'm going to start off with a Brainstorm. Let's see what I draw. LED. Huh. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You think 14 goblins is enough here? The fact that they have Leo and they'll theoretically have a Baleful Strix in the yard to gain some life makes me question it a little bit. It might be better to just put back the Therapy, crack the Delta, and wait a turn and hope to draw a cantrip and just win. Yeah, I think I like that better. I think I like that line better. Cracking Delta. Grab a Volk. I don't know how much it matters here, but because they probably aren't playing Wasteland. They burn me. Take the Therapy, sure. I hope I don't get punished for this play too. Ponder, alright. Now that I think about it, I think I should have gone for the empty, because if I draw like a Ponder, it has to be a probe. If I draw a Ponder, I'll be short on mana to Thoughtseize and go for the kill. Jace, great. They Brainstorm. Okay, this is what we call getting punished. I mean, not completely. I could theoretically make some kind of pass turn pile, maybe. Another LED. Alright, we'll just start off with the Thoughtseize. See what they got. Force and a Strix. Well, I'll take the Force. Let me think here, actually. I take the Strix. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. See, now 7 goblins seems even worse. I mean, 14 goblins is probably a no-go because they can bounce them with Jace, they can block, gain life with Leo. So I'm going to take the Force. I'm going to play with Lotus Petal. Play out both LEDs. And I'm just going to try and make a pass turn pile. They're going to see like 4 new cards next turn. If they choose to Brainstorm with Chase, they might Fate Seal with him and try to mess up my pile, which would be the bad move. Let's see. So I think I want something like that. Think, yeah. Something like that will probably work. Although actually, if they draw a K command and just blow up my LED, that hand won't work. So I think I want this probe to be an LED, right? This should let me do something. Alright, we'll just try that. Whatever. Okay. So my pile is going to be something like this. This way, if they Fate Seal me, they'll get the bauble. And it won't matter. But I don't think Fate Sealing me is right. Like, they should probably think, oh, he knows I can Fate Seal him. So I won't play the I won't Fate Seal him because he's going to play around the Fate Seal. That seems like the right thing to do to me. They play in their Strix. We'll see what comes next. Oh, they did Fate Seal me. Good, good. So hopefully they didn't draw, like, forcing a blue spell off there, or a Kolaghan's Command or something off the Baleful Strix. Or really, like, there's a lot of cards that could potentially kill me here. We'll see what they do with the bauble. They left it on top. Alright. What are you doing? Alright, hopefully I don't get K-Command in my draw step. If I do, that's probably game. No K-Command in the draw step. Cast that bauble. Does it resolve? It does. I'll crack this for red. Draw. Not target anything, I don't think. Let me think. Yeah. No point. Show me what you got. If they drew interaction, then we get fucked. Do they have it? I won. Woo! Okay. So against this deck, I want the extra empty, which I swap for Burning Wish usually. I think I want the Xanted Swarm. Maybe a Therapy. That seems alright. Cut the Rain of Filth. Doesn't do a whole ton. And cut a Preordain. And that's probably good enough. I'll try that. I suppose there's an argument for bringing the Chain of Vapor. It gives me an out to Leovold. It's an effective storm engine of sorts if you're going for an empty line. But I'm up a game. I have Therapies and Thoughtseize for Leovold, so we'll try this. I probably got lucky, a little lucky, that they didn't draw any interaction. They did try to Fate Seal me, which was nice. Nice of them. So I kind of wish this hand didn't have the Lab Maniac, but otherwise it's pretty keepable, so I'm going to keep it. They start off with Death Right Shaman. They always have the Death Right Shaman. So I'm gonna start with a Misty and Ponder, I think. Do I just bank on them not having Leovold? Yeah, we're gonna do it. We're just gonna go Misty Ponder. Crap. I think I want those cards. Hopefully I won't get punished here. I guess I don't have to worry about Leovold this turn at least. I'm just gonna fire off another cantrip, or maybe Thoughtseize. Thoughtseize will probably take the LED, but it might take my therapy. Worth noting that they didn't find another land. They might take the Lab Maniac and try and exile it with Deathrite Shaman, thinking that's my only out. Interesting, they took the Probe. Taking Probe seems wrong to me. Or highly questionable at best. Let me play this guy. They may have taken the Probe because they don't want me to see that they have a Leovold in their hand that they're trying to cast. Take the Badlands. I'm gonna Ponder. I think I'm just gonna shuffle all that. Lotus Petal. And I'm gonna Therapy them now. We'll see what they do. I'm inclined to name Leovold. It might be wrong, but I feel like if they had Force and Leovold, they would just exile. They would just force my Therapy and try and slam Leovold, right? They wouldn't take any chances. Force Flusterstorm him, great. Alright, time to play my shit out. I guess him is another reason they might have Alright. That's not so bad. They know both cards in my hand. I wonder if they'll hit me. They might try and brainstorm into a land instead. Or they'll draw a land. Yeah, they drew a land. Of course. So they hit my Maniac and my Island. I think the Maniac's a little annoying here, because mean, I can bobble it back into my deck if they try and remove it with Deathrite Shaman. So there's that at least. For now, I'm just gonna keep making land drops. Obviously, they still have Force and Flusterstorm, but if I were to maybe draw some discard and then a Doomsday, I could potentially just set up a win. We'll see if they try and exile my Deathrite Shaman. I gotta be careful not to slam that OK button too fast. If they do try and exile my my Labman. Interesting. Really interesting that they cracked that fetch. They have a Brainstorm in their hand. I mean, I guess they're content to just hold it because they can use it to protect their counter magic from discard, and they can pitch to Force of Will. Gonna have an uphill battle here at least. I'm not gonna waste any of my life. I know the cards in their hand, I think. I'm just probing to draw down to the next card. Snap, Force, Fluster, Brainstorm. Yeah, I think it's relatively safe to say I'm not going to win this one. I'm pretty far behind now. Misreading the Leovold on that therapy kind of hurt because it forced me to play awkwardly. They let me take these cards. I think I'm going to take the Brainstorm. I don't know if that's right. They can just snap it back. Like, they can just snap all of their cards back at that point. But if I take the Brainstorm, if they want to force something, they have to either pitch Snapcaster or Flusterstorm with the way their hand is. Of course, they're going to draw more cards, so who knows what they'll get. Looks like they just drew an island for their turn. Are you actually considering countering my Ponder? So I kind of want that Doomsday. I think I'm just going to hold the Probe. Like, I'll need the Doomsday if I want to actually have a shot at winning this game. Just exiling therapy. if they make the mistake of tapping low enough that they wouldn't do that. That they couldn't like snap Flusterstorm. I mean, right now, if they wanted to have 2 counter spells, it would have to be Flusterstorm, and Force Pitching Snapcaster. I mean, they have more cards. They have another card in their hand now, but I don't know what it is. Alright, so I drew the Brainstorm. I'm going to cast this Brainstorm. What do I want to do here? I want to put the Doomsday back, Burning Wish on top of it, and I'm just going to Therapy. They're tanking hard. So they're going to Flusterstorm that. I'm going to cast this Probe now. I think it's going to be tough to win this. I don't know, like, the prospect of passing a turn, making a pass a turn pile with Doomsday is not a pleasant one here. They have a Pyroblast now. That's annoying. Take my Therapy again. Yeah, the Pyroblast makes it like extra unlikely that I'm winning this one. I might be able to bait them into the Burning Wish. Their life total is relatively low. It's just like, let me think about this. Yeah, I'm gonna cast this Burning Wish. If they decide to force the Burning Wish, which they didn't. I'm just gonna actually grab the Preordain and Preordain here. Like, so next turn, if I cast Doomsday, like I could get a Doomsday. I don't have 2 Doomsdays. The first one probably gets countered, which means that next turn is the first time I'll be casting Doomsday. So I'll be at 8 life then. Really 7 life. The next Doomsday I'll be at 4 life, so I'll be dead to Deathrite Shaman. So I'm gonna get the Preordain. I don't think I'm gonna get out of this one, but they might fire off the Pyroblast. They didn't. Huh. I'm just going to make 8 goblins here. It honestly seems like my best bet. I think it's a real long shot. And in some ways, like, maybe it was actually would have been better to just hide the fact that I have empty Thorns, and maybe they don't bring in any kind of board wipe next turn, but actually they're just going to snap Flusterstorm. That seems like the right thing to do. I forgot they could do that. Or maybe they force exile land. Yeah, they're going to hardcast force 1 copy, I think. We'll see. And then just assume that they can race 6 goblins, which is very likely. We'll play this out. Just going to send them all in. They can easily not die to this because they have creatures in their graveyard, so, or they will. So Deathrite Shaman's green ability turns on. Yeah, I'm not winning this game. Honestly, how much time I got left? I'm just scooping. I'm not realistically going to win this. And it's better. I need my 8 minutes to have a shot to win the next game. So ideally, I think I want to just make quick goblins. That's the hope. I'll be on the play this time. First. All right, this is good enough, I think. I'm gonna keep it. And I'll probably lead off. It's just the island. We'll just start with the island and pass. Deathrite Shaman. Alright, so this coming turn's the turn to go for it if I can, because they don't have Flusterstorm up. So force isn't much good against an empty Warrens. But I will need to draw pretty well. It looks like I drew well enough. I think I'll do this. I'll probe. See what's upstairs there. Ugh. Bolt, Snap, Bolt, and Baleful Strix is kind of a pain against Magobs. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to get any better here. So what's my storm count now? 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 goblins with the potential to bolt, snap, bolt. I can't remember what's in their hand now. They must have had a fetch land or something, right? They'll be able to turn on that death right. They had bolt, snap, force, Strix, 2 other cards. They probably had lands. If they did decide to force something, yeah, they're gonna take out like 4 of my fucking goblins with bolt, snap, bolt. I don't know that it's going to be fast enough. Although I do still have the Burning Wish on top. I'm going to try it. I might be able to bolt them and then put together... I mean, I might be able to make empty, get them low, and then put together a Natural Tendrils hand. We'll see if... Hold on, I don't want to Ritual now. I want to play the Lotus Petal first. I feel like they're actually going to force this, which might be okay. They'd force pitching Strix, presumably. Nope, they let it resolve. Okay. So they may force a copy. We'll see. That'd actually be bad. That would be a bad play for them. But they might do it. They let it happen. Okay. Oh man, I'm so low on time. This is gonna be hard. Alright, I'm gonna do less talking. I need to fucking get through these games. Their death rate still doesn't do anything. You probably just play the Strix, yep. So I want to keep that death rate from being effective as long as possible, like in terms of making mana for them. Give them the least ability to do things in a turn here. So I have a Burning Wish. I need to find some artifact mana, probably, to make this plan have some possibility of working. Block. I'll take 8, go to 12. Ah, shit. I forgot to play my land. That's probably okay. Hopefully it won't cost me too much. It's going to be another turn or two before I can actually try to go off for real again anyway. So hopefully it won't be a problem that I didn't cast the Preordain last turn. They can't gain life yet. They don't have green. I gotta learn to pay more attention to my time. Again, let it get down too low here. So this turn they can bolt snap. They can't bolt snap bolt. Preordain. If I find a ritual duress, I don't really. Well, maybe I'll keep the duress. I'll duress them now because that'll force them to bolt. And it'll probably let me nab the force of will. Yeah, so they fire off their bolt. Oh man. I guess I take a force of will. And I'll attack here. And then they throw in their Snapcaster. They've drawn a lot of counter magic that doesn't do a whole ton. Because they want to snap bolt. I think they're down pretty low. If they don't draw well, I might get there, but it's going to be tight. This turn they're going to snap bolt for sure. Now they can get green crap. Now they can get green and start exiling things from the graveyard. Yep, snap bolt, sure. I do wonder if they don't have any more blue cards. Like, I think they have Force and 2 Pyroblasts as their hand. Give me a good draw. Give me a good draw. Yeah, they bolt my dude. Yep. Okay, give me a good draw. Bobble. Not really what I wanted. Could be worse, I guess. Alright, I'll come in on the attack here. They're not, this is interesting. They're kind of tapped out. They don't have a Taiga, I assume. So I can brainstorm now, and my brainstorm will probably resolve because they aren't going to fetch for a non-green source, I would think. I could be wrong about that. So I'll do that main phase 2. If I drew like LED, I could just go for it here. I'll go down to 3. Come on. What's the problem? What's the holdup? Oh, I should have fucking fired off that brainstorm while they had their fetch tapped down, but they're presumably just going to get a green source, so they won't be able to. I'll be able to resolve the brainstorm regardless, is what I'm saying. No green mana? That seems wrong. Okay. I mean, now they can make red, I guess. Yeah, they could have done it even if I'd done it when they cracked the fetch. They let me have it. Neither of those are cards I really want. I'm just going to crack this. And force. I mean, therapy them naming force. They might have screwed up if they don't have a if they don't get the green source. Oh, I almost clicked Force of Savagery. Okay. Getting down to the fucking wire. If they don't draw a green source, I win. Right? Fuck, brainstorm. Come on. Miss the fetch land. Just miss the fucking fetch land. For the love of God. Let me catch you a fucking break. Strix. Strix is good enough to buy them a turn. Oh, they got the green source. Alright. So, presumably their hand is still just the 2 blue spells. I'll attack. Block, yep. Okay, here, I'm gonna crack this fetch. I'm gonna crack this bauble. I'm not gonna put anything on the bottom here. Fucking ponder. Give me something good. They can't use either of their things. LED. That'll get me there next turn. Okay. I need to start fucking heal through this turn. Did that even work? It did. Gotta buy my time here. I think I know what they drew. I think I'm in the clear. I just need to make sure that I actually get enough storm. Click. Oh, I almost clicked through my main phase. Abandon hope. Fucking click. There we go. Come on, motherfucker. Yep. Come on, you son of a bitch. Down to the fucking wire, but it should be in enough time. I just gotta not misclick. I gotta go quick here. Grab my tendrils. The minute left. They just all need to resolve. Yes, use the ability. Tendrils of Agony. Send it home. Spend that fucking mana. Click. Yes! 40 seconds left. Holy fuck. Holy shit. My heart's fucking pounding. That was dope. Oh. Oh, I definitely got a little lucky in that one, that they didn't draw any like real counterspells, and that I knew what was in their hand because it meant that I didn't have to like. I had 40 seconds left, so I probably had enough time to type out Force of Will or whatever if I needed to. Well, I guess Flusterstorm is really what the what I would have named there, I think, because I knew they didn't have another blue spell. So, Jesus. My fucking heart's pounding. I might need a break. That's how you beat check pile. Alright, this hand's keepable. It's a little borderline. This guy is a guy who usually does pretty well in the leagues in terms of trophies. I have no idea what he plays. I could probably figure it out if I wanted to. He's got at least one trophy already in this league. I'm hoping that I won't lose because I get wastelanded. So probably I'm going to want to ponder and find another, try and find another land. This is probably Grixis Delver, but it could be a Storm Mirror. Looks like it's another Pile or Delver. I mean, Pile doesn't usually play Probe, so it's probably Delver, which means that Wasteland is a very real possibility here. I'm going to start with a drop, because if they're going to Wasteland something, I'd rather they Wasteland the or rather they don't Wasteland the Underground Sea. Okay. That's good. If they don't Wasteland me, there's some potential to just win next turn. And I will absolutely go for it. I'm getting a phone call. Hello? What's up? Okay. Yeah, what do you want? The sausage? Okay. I can do that. I don't know, like half an hour maybe. I'm in the middle of a game on Magic Online right now, so I won't be able to start right away. Okay. Bye. Alright, main phase. Here we go. Let's see. Ritual. If they daze it, I'm just going to ponder and pass. Spell Pierce. Well, I can't do anything about that, so no, I will not pay for Spell Pierce. Just ponder and try and find another land. Another land would be ideal. Alright, let's do this. Take my ritual, sure, of course. Oh, now they have a wasteland. It's probably okay. So this time, crack for a swamp. I think. Man, I'm so popular today. Phone blowing up. Let's see if they got anything this time. Alright, we'll duress. Hopefully it'll go through. It'll get something. Or they won't have anything. will you show me? They're brainstorming. This is a good sign. Potentially. I can't beat a daze here. If they have daze, I'm just going to pass and hope to draw another land and try and be able to beat a daze the turn after. But usually if they're brainstorming, it means that they're trying to hide. They're dazing my duress. Oh, fuck you, asshole. Dazing the duress just screams like, I have another counterspell. I'm kind of inclined to pay it. Like, but I can't go off this turn if I do. Maybe I can brainstorm this turn. I think I'm going to pay it. This is probably wrong. I don't, man. Them dazing the duress screams that they have a force will. If I do get it though, like by paying for it, of course they don't have it. Of fucking course they don't have it. Alright. I'm fucking brainstorming here. Maybe I can... turn is this? This is turn 3. Play out my land. Oh wait, I can play out my bauble. That's I've already played the land this turn because they wastelanded me. And now I'll go for it next turn and hope that they don't have more stuff. Man, they totally fucking duped me. I should have just fucking gone for it. Okay. Does them dazing the duress actually scream that they have another counterspell? Or does it scream, I want you to think that I have another counterspell? Does it mean that their brainstorm was actually excessively bad and they just drew a shitload of lands? I'm kicking myself a bit for not just going for it, but I'm definitely just going for it this time. What did I put back? I put back Burning Wish and Doomsday, right? Do I probe now? I just come in. I think I probe here. Bolt. Okay. Looks like we'll be alright. This is a close one, though. That. Float blue. Float red. Cast my Rain of Filth. Make black. 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 Cast Doomsday. And this is an easy pile. It's effectively a double cantrip pile. The second cantrip is Burning Wish, but instead of getting a act from your from your library, it gets you the act and impulse from your sideboard. Now I can't include a probe in here. I won't have the mana for it. So I won't have the mana to effectively use my last card, so I'm gonna hide the hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, that's lethal. I need another LED, right? Wait, I need 3 LEDs? I must have accidentally clicked one of them. Okay, here we go. That'll do. So that man on the bottom. So now I just need to not die to Bolt, so I'll crack that. I don't care about that. Draw with the bauble. My opponent is now seeing that if they hadn't played their second Deathrite Shaman, they would have had the Bolt and Deathrite activation to kill me with. Maybe probing was wrong there because it does put my life total down too low. Like I should have just gambled. Like I could beat a daze if I don't play the probe. They would have drawing Force Will does nothing because they didn't have a blue spell, so it would had to have drawn exactly Spell Pierce, and they usually only play 2, maybe 3 of those, so they only had probably 1 left in their deck at that point. So probably playing that probe was wrong. Even though I still could combo out. There were a lot of draws, more plays from them that could have killed me there. On the other hand, keeping open black-red and not playing the Deathrite that I knew about sort of telegraphs Bolt Deathrite Shaman activation, so I would have maybe not gone down to 5. But anyway, they're just letting their time keep on slipping into the future. What turn is this? Turn 4. I gotta keep notes from a spreadsheet. I kept a 7-card hand, so I won this round. And it was with a Doomsday Burnish. Turn 4. Oh, they lost connection. That's what taking them so long. Well, at least they came back. I'm gonna have to take a break after this round so I can go make myself dinner. Okay, cast that LED. Act on Impulse. So many red cards there, too easy to misclick. I almost clicked on like By Force and Empty the Warrants there. Give them the drills. Alright. Now, against Grixis Delver, I don't really want the Xantid Swarm, and I don't really want the Maniac either. This is the Spell Pierce version. They are show me the Spell Pierce. Because they're not playing discard, I think it's okay to drop the Lab Maniac, because you're probably not going to make it past turn pile. And honestly, I think it's okay to drop the Lab Maniac against any version because they have bolts and they're going to keep them in. That's the same reason that I'm not that inclined to bring in the Xantid Swarm, because of bolt. Swarm might be okay. There's an argument for Swarm. So here's what I'm going to do. What I'm definitely going to do. I'm going to cut the Maniac and bring in Emptied Warrens. I'm going to cut Preordain for Therapy, and we'll call it a day. Fuck your Xantid Swarm. Xantid Swarm is more in there for non-Delver decks. I find Xantid Swarm can be a bit of a liability at times. This hand's okay. I don't think I can turn this hand down, but it's honestly not like what I really want against Delver. They're probing me. Hopefully this doesn't actually have Cabal Therapies. I'm gonna get blown out or something. Delver, okay. Delver's fine. So they probably have Force or Daze back up here. Which is why I'm actually going to play out my Lotus Petal. Just because I don't really want them... Like, not going to need that Storm probably, and I don't really want them dazing my Bauble. Not that they would probably, but I think it's worth it to not give them the opportunity. So no flip on the Delver. One play creature probably. Oh, they're therapying me now. Well, I could fire off this Brainstorm and try and protect something, but I almost wonder if maybe it's not right. Not right to do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna let this happen. They're probably gonna name Doomsday. If they name Doomsday, then I still have the Wish. If they name Wish, I still have Doomsday. They don't know about the Brainstorm, and if they decide they really want to flash back their therapy, I can always Brainstorm then. Alright. Another Wish, that's not ideal. I'll just Brainstorm here. Oh, I drew another Doomsday. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to probe here. My life total is relatively safe right now. Force Therapy Angler. That's kind of annoying. There's another therapy. I don't really want them to get my other therapy. But I'm going to Ponder now. I do need to get rid of that, oh man, all those cards are pretty good. Like, I don't care. Well, man, I just don't know what to do here. Alright, fuck it. I'm just gonna keep it all. Like, they're probably gonna fire off the therapy. Man, I don't know. I might have screwed up. That might have just been a huge mistake. Still no Flipperuno on the Delver. So now they're going to probe me again. They might take the Burning Wish this time because I let them have the Doomsday last time. They definitely have a Force that I know about for sure. And they still have the Angler that they can't cast quite yet. I don't want my life total to go too low. Okay, Young Peasy. Oh, now I'm in trouble. Oh, I guess I'm not that bad off, because they can't cast the other therapy that they have. So we'll see what they hit this time. It's probably going to be Doomsday. That would be my guess. Yep. Alright, so they're very against Doomsday. That's fine. Draw the second Burning Wish. That's also fine. So I'll ponder here. There's an empty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Empty seems bad right now. Simply because they can they have the Young Pyromancer. And 1, 2, 3, 4. It would only be like 8 goblins, which isn't really enough here. I think I'm going to shuffle this. I kind of want the second land and the Lotus Petal, but I don't really want to spend mana on it. The Burning Wishes can't really get me anything useful. I guess the empties could buy me a ton of time, though. Although, let me think. So I'm liable to lose both Burning Wishes to Therapy next turn. I think I need to shuffle it. YOLO. Therapy! I only have 1 blue card. Shit. I think I screwed up this game somewhere. This doesn't feel right anymore. I probably should have just kept what I saw there. Because now I'm going to get therapy, double therapied. And they're going to strip my hand. Strip me naked. So I definitely screwed up somewhere along the way. I think. I mean, like, obviously, you know, it's not like this deck can do no wrong as long as the player gets it right, but I definitely feel like something went wrong along the way. Also worth noting that they are in fact playing Therapy, even though they had a Spell Pierce. I was kind of under the impression that most Grixis Delver decks fell into either the Therapy, Stifle, or Spell Pierce camps. Although I have seen some overlap, but like maybe I was supposed to just brainstorm when they played their first Therapy. Maybe that was the real problem here. Alright, so I'm gonna scoop. because they're going to have like 10 power on the board. And there's no combination of draws that will win me the game fast enough. So alright, so I'll be on the play here. Oh, I think this hand's a trap. The empty is tempting. There's no black mana for those discard spells. So that preordain would have to hit like ritual and like to do, I don't know, to do anything. I think I'm gonna mull it. This hand's probably even worse. So we're gonna mull again. And this hand is just as bad. Can I mull the 4? We'll keep. Oh my god. Alright, well, maybe that 6 was not correct to mull. I didn't like it, but really a 5 is not going to be much better, realistically. I should just scoop this game. I can't realistically win this at this point. I don't have black mana. I don't have Lab Maniac, so I can't make a pass turn pile. If they wasteland me, I'm just going to scoop. Here it comes. No wasteland. Yeah, so I'm pretty comfortable saying that it was correct to keep that 6. It was a weak 6, but it's probably better than anything but an excellent 5. And it certainly is better than this abysmal 4-card hand. Here's the wasteland. Alright, I'm not going to waste time on this game. Alright, I'm back for the last 2 matches here. Let's see what I can do. If I win out, I can cash the league. Unfortunately, I got fucking rolled by Dredge in the first round, and I eked out a win against Pile in the second round, and then I played a little shittily in the third round against Grixis Delver, so I won the first game and then wasn't able to pick up either of the last 2. This hand's probably keepable. I did win the die roll. I mean, I lost the die roll. So this hand's probably even better on the draw if I can manage to draw another land. And looks like it's another fucking Delver / Pile sort of deck. Probably. They did fetch a basic. And they're brainstorming on turn 1. That's a little threatening. I might, depending on what I draw, I might take a risk and just fetch the polluted. I mean the underground. around C so I can duress right away. Because they're probing too. They might be like a storm deck just trying to go off right now. They might have it, who knows. They multi 6. Alright, well, they didn't go off or anything. Got an island. Alright, so I'm going to fetch basic swamp and start off with the duress. Since I have the blue source now, I can do that. Looks like they are. Yeah, so I'm going to have to run out the Lotus Petal and therapy them. I think they take their brainstorms. Just cast the LED, cast the petal. I don't mind them dressing one of my cantrips, probably. They'll probably take the ponder, but... So that should cripple him pretty good. I bought myself a lot of time. Hopefully. And I'll just need to try and cantrip into Doomsday and go off. They drew a preordain. Left them both on top. That's interesting. Although, oh, they're just... So they wanted one of them and they just fetched it away, so they just put both on top. Whatever one of them they put on top first didn't matter. So yeah, shooting off the duress. They'll take my ponder probably. Okay. And then they'll pass the turn. Unless they drew an LED or something, which they did. I'm gonna play a Lotus Petal as well. I'll preordain. If I see a Burning Wish here, I'll probably just make a pass 2 turns pile. I think I just bought them both of those. I don't really need the second LED. I'll hold that. At this point in the game, I don't think there's a good reason to fire off the probe. If they draw another discard spell, then they make me discard it, and it's not a big loss. But if I probed into a Doomsday or something, I would be able to cast it, and then they would have discarded that. So theoretically, Doomsday is a little better in the top deck war. So we'll see where that gets me. I'm gonna crack my I'm gonna crack this with Badlands. This will put me in good position to top deck a business spell. Just keep playing out lands. After this, like, there's probably not much reason for me to continue to hold lands. Or to continue to play lands. I might as well just hold them. That way I can swap them out with Brainstorm or something if I get the opportunity. And it might encourage them to waste time spending discard spells. Alright, all thoughts used them. Take their therapy, sure. Maybe I could have held on to that. Come on, business spell. Alright, we're in business. They'll need to, like, probably, like, cantrip into ad nauseum or something to win from here. I'm just thinking about... Yeah, I'll just crack the LED. See, I wish I had Telemann performance. That would keep them from, Yes, I would like to use Bringer Stability. I wonder if I can do a double Doomsday from here. I don't think I have enough mana, so I'll just do the Latman pile. That should do the trick. They'll just have to... I'll just have to have them not top deck something that lets them go off. There is some possibility that I get like micro tendrils out of the game somehow. But it doesn't look like it's gonna happen. That's the top deck power of Doomsday. Alright, so that's a win. Unless they have some seriously... Alright, so against Storm, now I have a Flusterstorm, so I used to just go Therapy for Reign of Filth, and that was it. But I now am the proud owner of a Flusterstorm. By proud owner, I mean I owned it before, but I didn't play it. Sick farts. So I want the Flusterstorm for sure. Maybe I drop a Preordain. There's an argument for dropping the Burning Wish. But I think I want a maximum of real deal business spells. So I suppose I could cut a Petal, but I also want speed. Although I'm not really trying to jam Empty Warrens. I think I'll cut a Petal. We'll try that. So I'll be on the draw for this. Man, that hand's close, but it's no good. I'll keep that. Burning Wish, I think I'll bottom. They'll probably start off with discard. They'll take my Doomsday. They might even just immediately Surgical Extraction. Oh, starting off with Cantrip. That's good. It means they'll get the, I'll be able to get the Duress off probably. Maybe take their best card. If I draw another petal, I could consider just jamming it. Alright, so they have a Tormod's Crypt. That's no good against me. They didn't shuffle with the Ponder, which is interesting. The one thing about Tormod's Crypt is it makes things a little more difficult because I have Act on Impulse in my hand. So I may have to get creative if they make me discard it. But I'm just gonna duress them. Infernal Tutor, Flusterstorm. Honestly, I mean, like, maybe I should obviously take the Flusterstorm, but I'm kind of less worried about Flusterstorm, to be honest. Like, I'll dig up more discard, probably. On the other hand, they have a lot of cantrips. I think I'll take the Flusterstorm. We'll see what they do. I really need to find a Brainstorm. That would be ideal. And just shuffle the Act on Impulse back in so that I don't have to do anything. Say Brainstorm. They'll probably Preordain off this. So if I draw a Ritual, I'm just going to go for it. I should be able to win if I draw a Ritual. I think. I'd have to think about it maybe, but... Probe, sure. They're probably pretty willing to cut into their life total with probes and stuff. So a Natural Tendrils is a possibility if they have a weak Storm. I mean, if they drop their life total and they don't make me discard a bunch. Playing out an LED. Sure. Playing out a Lotus Petal. Did they just draw the nuts? Oh, they're doing therapying my Doomsday. And then they really should be therapying my Act on Impulse. That would actually make my life harder, but that's fine. Taking the Doomsday is fine. So they have one card left in hand, which is probably their Infernal Tutor. So I'm just going to slow roll here. Got a Ponder, that's good. So I kind of want all those cards. I'm just going to assume if they have the Infernal Tutor, there's no way they're going to go off next turn. So I can probably even blind therapy the Infernal Tutor and not have to spend the probe. There's no way that they didn't. There's no way they. Okay, they have a duress. Now if they take the Act on Impulse, that'd be rude. I have a hard time believing that they might crack the Tormod's Crypt now. I feel like they think I might be a graveyard deck, and so they're not going to crack the Crypt. Infernal Tutor. And of course it's a hit. Draw for the turn, so now I'll draw the Burning Wish. I think I'll probe. Therapy, okay. I'll just keep waiting. really pinched on lands here, which kind of sucks. Alright, so they weren't interested in any of those cards, so whatever card they picked was just their best one. They might have just picked a discard spell. It's very likely. Oh, they're Infernal Tutoring. I wonder what for. Maybe just another Lion's Eye Diamond, just play it out. Or maybe like Ad Nauseam or something. What the fuck would they have Infernal Tutored for? Maybe I can find a probe here. There's a probe here. I'm willing to spend a pedal to find out what they searched for here. It was the Ad Nauseam. I will take that. Just gonna run a Bauble, probably pass. It's a hell of a cripple fight. We got a Preordain. I'm so constrained on mana here that even though I'm like it looked like I was in good position, but I'm so constrained on mana that they might be able to pull ahead simply by virtue of not being constrained on mana. So they drew one card with the Preordain, but it might have been the Ponder. Like, I feel like they wouldn't have held the Ponder, they would have just fired it off. So they probably drew the Ponder with the Preordain and used it to look deeper. And they didn't shuffle with the Ponder, so that's a little frightening. It might, if I can find a land, okay, another Ponder, that's fine. Or Ponder. We're getting somewhere. Let's see what they got here. 2 rituals. I think I'm just gonna pass. I hope that they don't just get it, you know? Like, if they found another Infernal Tutor or Past in Flames, I'll be in trouble. Yep, looks like they haven't. There is some possibility that I can dig up my Flusterstorm. And I missed it. So pretty sure that I'm just dead. They have everything they need, right? They have a ton of mana. They just get their Past in Flames. Yep. Alright, so I'll just concede. So yep, the fact that I was stuck on mana for so fucking long made that difficult. They had a lot more mana to work with. Made their top decks a little more potent. So hopefully I'll be able to just like turn one, kill them or something here. No, but that hand's fine. I'm gonna keep it. It's looking to make a past turn pile after ripping their hand apart. So I kept 7 as well. So I'm going to take the Brainstorm so they can't hide anything next time, and then try and therapy the Rituals next turn. As long as they don't draw like a black mana source, like if they draw a Lotus Petal and preordain into an Infernal Tutor, I might get punished for this line. But I think it's more likely to pay off. There's some danger I get punished for it. But I think they just preordain. And hopefully they won't have any follow-up. And the next turn I can brutalize their hand. So they bought them both, so that's encouraging. Play out their Lionside Diamond, that's fine. Second Lionside Diamond. That's unfortunate. But at least I can still get their Rituals. Let's see what their last card was. So just 2 more lands, okay. What do I want to fetch here? I think I want to fetch the Underground Sea. And Ponder, and then I'll want to try and find like a red source to use for the Burning Wish. Ideally, it'll be a bad land so that I can use the Hardcasted Doomsday as well, but we'll see. Another therapy. Well, there's the Badlands. How do I want to order these? I think I'll do that. Hopefully they'll whiff. They just ponder here. Means I'll probably have to use my Duress next turn, especially depending on what they do. The problem is that if they find an Infernal Tutor, they can hide it on top. And Infernal for, okay, they shuffled. No probe. Alright. So I'm just going to be on the hope they don't rip anything plan here. Just 2 lands. Burning Wish for... Maybe it would have been better to not discard, not cast a discard spell there. Then I could have held up Brainstorm to brainstorm away my Doomsday if they drew discard spell. But I'm just going to have to cross my fingers, I think. Depending on what my draw next turn is, I could just win and not have to do a past turn pile, which would be good. It probably was a mistake to not hold up the Brainstorm. but I also was trying to not die, and I didn't want them to have drawn Infernal Tutor or something. So that probe was their draw for the turn. Don't punish me, don't punish me. Lotus Petal, good. Alright. For the love of Christ, let me win. Come on. Therapy. Not ideal. But I think that I know the last card in the hand's a land. I'm almost positive of it. I guess I can probe here. Let me think. I think I want to probe. Yeah, just a land. Another card. Alright, so I can build a protected pile in case they draw a Flusterstorm, which I will do. It's the same basic Labman pile I used last time. I don't want to rely on the Brainstorm in my hand in case they have a discard spell and they make me discard it. So I'm just going to gamble that they draw dead. All their rituals, all of their lands, Lotus Petal, LED, all dead draws. Discards dead, Flusterstorm will effectively be dead. So a lot of dead draws, theoretically. I just need to hope that they don't do it. I should have left Brainstorm up. I should have tapped my lands differently. That way if they ripped a Surgical Extraction, I wouldn't get fucked. So that was another error. I just tapped my lands wrong. Looks like they maybe... No, they had that card, right? They're pondering. I wonder if they drew a Brainstorm and we're wondering if they should just cast it now. But I'm gonna name Flusterstorm, and I'll just hope that if they did draw Brainstorm, they don't draw into their Flusterstorm. Okay, it's Cabal Ritual. Looks like we got him. That's turn 5 kill. Cripple fight. I have not gotten a win before turn 4. this lead. Just been limping along. But if I win my next one, I'll cash it. So that's nice. That's good, at least. So let's play one more. See if I can get a nice, easy matchup. I consider Storm to be a favorable matchup, if only slightly. No more than 60-40, maybe even a little closer to 50-50. But I think it's slightly favorable. I think our top decks are a little better. It's definitely a tense matchup. It's not a free win by any means. You have to be precise with your discard. Sometimes you have to, get a really good read on them with therapy, but my record is positive. Anyway. Alright, here we go. Join up. Let's see who it is. I won the die roll. I'd love to play first. This hand is functional. It's not ideal exactly, but it's functional. I'll keep. Just probably start by running out the bauble. I don't think I have a reason to do much else. I suppose I could probe them right off the bat. Actually, that might be the smart thing to do. That way, if they're on like a prison deck or something, I'll have a chance to Thoughtseize. And I can get a little more aggressive with my cantrip since I have the bauble. So. Force Flusterstorm Berserk. The old Razzle Dazzle. It's fucking infect with main deck Flusterstorms. Interesting. Infect's usually an okay matchup. It's sort of like a slightly inconsistent Delver deck, but you have to respect their combo. Excuse me. I don't think there's a lot of reason to Thoughtseize right now, since I can't take the threat. Since it was their infect threat was the Inkmoth Nexus. Okay, I didn't really expect them to counter that. If they did, that would have been fantastic. Infect sometimes plays like one Wasteland, because they occasionally have like a crop rotation package. But it's kind of expected. They just lead off on the Hierarch. Alright, so I drew a Burning Wish. That's good. I think I'm just going to run out Thoughtseize here and wait. I'm not too concerned about my life total. Well, if I get it too low, there's the possibility that they just pump up a Hierarch and take me to Pound Town. So you should take the Flusterstorm. I'll have to watch out for that force. Actually, I guess it doesn't matter that much. There wasn't a lot of reason to not preordain there, the more I think about it. So they probably just don't do anything right now. It's next turn where I'll need to watch out in case they drew something good. A Doomsday, okay. So, Ponder, I'll preordain. An LED, that's a good draw. Bottom Burning Wish, and top the LED. And then I'll play the Delta out, and I'll pass. Next turn, we might be able to win if I draw the right cards, and if they don't just kill me. Because they now have the resources to potentially just kill me out of nowhere. If they drew a pump spell, I will die. Doesn't look like they did, at least not off that. They might be short on mana now to actually kill me this turn. I certainly will have counter magic that I might need, or they certainly will have counter magic that I might need to watch out for. I'd really like to find more discard, to be honest. I'm not comfortable just jamming the combo. I know they had a force in their hand, and they've now seen like 4 new cards. If they have Invigorate, an Invigorate plus the Berserk would certainly be enough to kill me. But I guess I'm in the clear on that, so that's good. Alright, so I'm going to brainstorm here. Let's see what I find. All of those are decent. I'm definitely going to put back a Doomsday. Maybe both Doomsdays. Maybe that's the right play here. I'll therapy them. Name Berserk. And hopefully I won't die. To stop myself from dying. And then I can use the Ponder to find more discard if needed. And win with the, okay, so they fire off a Flusterstorm. Interesting. Alright, so I'll Ponder for more discard. Hopefully I won't just die on my next turn. The Berserk is a threat. If they have no other pump spells, I'm trying to think. Like, if they had a pump spell, they probably would have just killed me, unless they don't really know what I'm doing. But I feel like I'm kind of telegraphing a Storm deck here, with Thoughtseize and Therapies and stuff. But who knows? So I'm going to get the Bulk, so I can Ponder. All good draws. Very good draws. Really. So I won't shuffle. And hopefully I'll be able to. I can beat like a Daze or Spell Pierce next turn and Force of Will. I find it hard to believe that they'd have more than 2 Flusterstorms in their main. So I don't think I'll have to worry about that. So as long as I don't die, I'll hopefully win this game. there's some potential that if they got some cantrips, they could just cantrip into pump spells and kill me. But I feel like if they had them last time, they would have just killed me. Oh, this might be it. That's it. Dead. Fuck. That sucks. That sucks. Alright. So against Infect, I want the Flusterstorm because countering their pump spells is strong enough to make it worth it. I can cut a Lotus Petal. Since empty is not really the game plan I want to be on. I can probably cut Laboratory Maniac if I wanted to, since I'm not... I probably want to be able to make past turn piles. They can't really win on turn 1, for one thing, so... I usually like to bring in a decay or two because they're good to kill off their threats, but they don't have many threats, and if they don't have a threat, then they're not really doing anything. And then I maybe want another therapy, or the Xantid Swarm, since they're gonna have a lot of things, and Xantid Swarm actually makes a decent blocker against their Inkmoth Nexuses and Glistener Elves. So I'll bring the Swarm, and I guess I'll probably cut another Preordain. I could potentially cut another Lotus Petal. I think I'd rather cut a Lotus Petal. We'll try that. Could be sketchy. This matchup, you really want to win the first game. It's one of those. Okay, it's a pretty good hand. I ain't gonna lie. So I'm definitely keeping this hand. This is extremely strong. The only downside is that it doesn't have readily accessible black mana. I need to crack the Misty for drop. But I'm going to just try and run out this Xantid Swarm right away. Because if they don't have a force, then all of their counter magic will be invalidated, and my Flusterstorm will hopefully prevent them from just getting a quick kill. Come on, bitch. Please no counter. Please no counter. Fuck. Okay. So they forced it pitching Bladed. I wonder if the reason they waited so long on that was because they don't have another threat. Why? And that made them tank for a long time. It's very possible. Now I probably have a little bit of time. Oh, no, they just have a Glistener Elf. Great. Alright. Well, I drew the black mana source. I think I'm going to play the island and pass. Because I want to be able to beat like a Daze or something. So they're just coming in. The Lab Man is kind of a shitty draw. Although I can put it back in with the Brainstorm. I can win right now. Four cards in hand. I should probably just go for it. If they have double counterspell, I get fucked. Whatever. YOLO. Show me the fucking money, bruh. Show me the fucking money. They tanked for a while there. That makes me nervous. I wonder if I should slow roll. Maybe I should slow roll it. Like, go, let me think. So Thoughtseize, Thoughtseize, Act on Impulse, LED Probe. No, I can't slow roll it like that. Not that much. Should I just go for it? I guess with the Labman pile, I have the potential to what if I wanna like if I put a duress and then my only black source is also my only red source. Maybe this probe should be another, like a black mana source. So like now if I brainstormed and drew LED Duress, Act and Impulse, and put back or Swamp Duress LED and put back Labman, Swamp Duress, Act and Impulse, put back Labman, Act and Impulse. Then what turn am I on? Turn 3. So the next turn I can draw the Act on Impulse, I'll Swamp, Duress, and then cast Act on Impulse, and I'll draw Lammet. Yeah, okay, we're done with that. We'll do that. I think this will work. So that and that go there. And then these ones don't matter that much. I'll brainstorm. If they counter it, that'd be super annoying. He may have actually gone to make a cup of tea. Oh, they're doing something. See, I should have put the Act on Impulse on top, because now I'm gonna have to spend my Flusterstorm if they counter something. They might be tempted to hold the counter for even longer. Oh, it looks like they're doing something. Flusterstorming my Brainstorm. So I guess I Flusterstorm back. And I just hope that they don't have a kill. This one, let's see. Ah, dicks, I blew that. I forgot to let it trigger. Well, if they don't kill me, they just don't have anything yet. I maybe can win in a couple turns or something. Like if I go play the Lab Man, and then next turn I'll play the Lab Man. Then if I'm not dead, the turn after that I'll play the Duress, and then if I'm not dead, I can act an Impulse into the win. Yeah, I think I just blew that. They have the Invigorate. Yep. Alright, I screwed that up. That's too bad. Let me think. So they had 3 copies of the Flusterstorm. Yeah, I guess they would have been able to pay for 1 Flusterstorm, so my Brainstorm still wouldn't have resolved. I probably tried to get too fancy. The best line would have just been Dark Ritual Doomsday pass. And then the next turn, that way I get to hold up Flusterstorm and I have 1 mana up. The next turn, I can just try to the next turn maybe I could have Brainstormed into some kind of kill. Even if it involved passing another turn with Lab Man on the field, maybe. I don't know. Anyway, whatever.